All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. All right, so it's never become that easier, much easier to double your money. It's never become that much easier to double your money. In my opinion, this year is going to be the easiest year you'll be able to double your money. And the reason being is just the economic environment that we're in. So the first reason is interest rates. We're in an increasing or a decreasing interest rate environment. So when interest rates decrease, that means companies are able to borrow more money and they're able to spend more money on their company. In turn, they can produce more revenue and that increases the stock price, right? And then two, that's for stocks. For crypto, we are in a bull run, a massive bull run. The whole country, the whole world is moving towards crypto. And not to be political, but the administration that just came in is very crypto friendly. So we got a lot of bullish catalysts when it comes to crypto. There's a lot of people in the SEC now that are crypto friendly. We got rid of Gary Gensler, which was kind of blocking every movement that was there to progress the crypto community. So he's out of the picture. So now we have people that are in the SEC that want to move crypto forward, right? So that is another piece. Also, the booming AI, right? AI's boom that we've seen. Obviously, we've seen some negative news yesterday with DeepSeek, but overall, AI is not going anywhere. People want chips. People want AI to just take over, right? We're going to see it with the cars. We're going to see it with personal assistants. We're going to see it with these chatbots. Almost everything is going to need a chatbot. All right. When you go to the doctor, when you go to school, everything's gonna have a chat bot. When you call your customer service at the bank, they're gonna need a chat bot, or they're gonna be using a chat bot. So AI is not going anywhere. So these are the reasons why I believe it's gonna be so easy to at least double your money this year. When you look at when we get to the end of the year and we look at what's in your bank account or what's in your brokerage account, you should at least double that money. And this is really on the low side, right? I honestly think people could do a lot better, but yeah, when we look at this year, I think we're gonna look back and say, wow, it was a really great year to make some money. And I don't think you need to do any hindsight. I don't think there needs to be any hindsight. I think you can take advantage of it now, but you got to position yourself in the right assets. And in today's live stream, we're going to look at some assets that I believe, again, this is not financial advice. This is just me giving my opinion, but we're going to look at some assets that could potentially double your money, right? Again, you got to do your own research. This is not financial advice. But yeah, I think this is going to be a real good year to make some money. And yeah, so let me share my screen so we can look at some assets. All right, so let's first look at the crypto scene, right? Now, I'll give 3 assets in the crypto scene that I believe you could double your money, and then we'll go into 2 assets in the stock arena that I believe that could potentially double your money. Again, not financial advice. This is just my opinion. This is just what I'm seeing in the market, and I'll give the reasons why I believe these assets are going to at least double in value by the end of 2025. All right, so the first asset that I think you could safely double your money, again, not financial advice, is Ethereum, right? We have yet to see altcoin season, and I just think that we'll at least see from here. We'll at least see $6,000 to $7,000 at Ethereum price, right? So at today's prices, that's a solid double. I think Ethereum could go a lot higher. I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't. I think 6,000 to 7,000 is very conservative, but if you're looking for a safe play, I think Ethereum is relatively safe. Obviously, there's risk with every investment, but you got to do your own research and see what works for you. But I think Ethereum's pretty safe, right? For the most part. It has the most developers in the space, and people like Ethereum. It has a really strong community. If we look at the right hand side, it has 1.6 million followers on CoinMarketCap. Obviously, they have followers on X and things like that. The founder is great, and it's been here for a while. And the chart looks great too. I'm in the way. So yeah, so the chart looks great too, and yeah, I think this would be a safe double, right? A safe double. All right, so that's the first one. So the second asset in crypto that I believe you could double your money in pretty safely is Solana. All right, Solana is it's a good competitor to Ethereum now. Obviously, the last bear market, I mean, it didn't look like it was alive at all, especially with all the stuff with FTX. Solana was heavily connected to FTX. I mean, I think that the founder was promoting it or was involved or things like that, but they weren't really like, it wasn't like Solana was doing anything shady. It was just tied to FTX, and there was a lot of shares on there. So when FTX went down, the market crashed altogether. So, but it didn't look like it was coming back, and then it came back. Now Solana is literally one of the top L1s, to the point where a lot of people are thinking it could pass Ethereum or it could flip Ethereum. So I think Solana is at least good for $500 this cycle. So that's a solid double your money, right? It's a solid place where you could double your money, and in my opinion, again, in my opinion. So Ethereum and Solana, right? The next asset that I believe you could double your money in is Avalanche. Right? Avalanche is, again, I think it's a solid chart. Obviously, it hasn't gotten too close to its all-time highs, but I at least think from here, $70 is on the table. Now, I really do think Avalanche is going to perform so much better than $70. I think it could get to 150, 200, but to be safe, I think 70 to $80 is definitely on the table for Avalanche. I think that's a really, really, really conservative. A lot of people are excited about this project. Again, they have good developers. Their developers are from Cornell, which is a prestige university, and they just have a lot of partnerships in the space. And they're in the gaming sector, they're in the AI sector. So, yeah, I think Avalanche, it would be my third pick, and that's pretty much it. Now, obviously, I think there's a lot more crypto, specifically the AI sector, that could give you a lot of gains, but we're specifically talking about doubling your money pretty easily this cycle. Again, when we look at the end of the year, and let's just say you had $10,000, and I'm not saying to go all in one of these projects, but this is why people should be doing research, right? You should always be looking for assets where you can at least double your money or make a significant increase, right? And I think this year it'd be a very ashamed if, or this year would be a waste if at the end of the year you had 10,000 and you still had $10,000, right? This year is going to be the easiest year, in my opinion, to double your money, right? And the difference between somebody putting their money in a project like this and somebody that's not, the person that did their research. They understand, okay, this is the year after the halving. This is the year where people get really bullish on crypto, right? So you really need to understand the cycles. You really need to understand what's going on, because you're missing opportunities to double your money, and it's going to be a shame. All right, so those are the three assets for crypto that I believe will double in price. And I know I said five. Didn't I say five assets? What I'll do three in stocks as well. So I did three. My three in crypto are Ethereum, Solana, and Avalanche. All right. So when it comes to a double in stocks, I will not pick Nvidia. I just had Nvidia up right here, but I don't think Nvidia will get to. I mean, it could get to 236, but for me, the chart is just a little too overextended. So for stocks, what I would say, the first one in my list is Dell, right? And what Dell's doing, it's helping other companies build out their AI factories. You're going to need places to store these GPUs and things like that, and just build out your AI infrastructure. And Dell's helping people do that. So I can see Dell I could see Dell at $200 at the end of the year. I could see it at 140 if the AI narrative really takes off. I can see Dell at 200 plus dollars at the end of this year. So that's my first pick, and I'm sticking with that. Now, another one that I really haven't been keeping up with too much is Palantir. But this one's hot right now. This one, everybody's talking about it. And it's basically a software AI company. And let me get a better description of it. Give me a sec. What does Palantir? Palantir is a public American software company that specializes in big data. It develops platforms that help organize, integrate, manage, and analyze massive amounts of data to make informed decisions. Its solutions are widely used in industries like government, defense, healthcare, finance, and energy. Yeah, and they have that information, that organization and information, I believe, uses AI. So Palantir is going to be a technology a company that a lot of AI companies are going to use, right? Or people are going to use for AI, because the organization of data is very important, especially when you're talking about these algorithms, these learning language models. Getting the data right is very important to the AI foundation. 'Cause, like, there was somebody on Twitter yesterday, or X, I keep saying Twitter, but they were saying how they asked DeepSeek a question, like who's the president or something like that, and it still said Joe Biden. Again, not political. I'm just saying what they said. So obviously, it's not real time, right? It's not real time data. So I think the data aspect of AI is going to be very important, and Palantir is going to play a big role. If we look at the market cap, yes, it's at $171 billion. This one might be a little bit of a stretch, 170 to be at 150. But again, if the AI boom takes off, I could see Palantir become a 350, $360 billion play. All right. So the next one that I think can pick up is Intel. I think Intel can really do good. I think it can make a comeback, especially if it starts selling some of its AI chips that it's come out with. And for me, it's on a huge discount. It's at $20. And it's been here since the 1990s, right? What happened recently with Intel is that they lost their CEO that's been there for a while, and like initially when he was there, he was an engineer first, and then he moved up to CEO. I'm pretty sure it was probably like incremental. There was some jobs in between that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't just go from engineer to CEO. Or if he was an engineer and just went to CEO, he probably did the engineering stuff for a while. So they lost him, and obviously the company actually ousted him, the board. So it looks like that's what they wanted. But anytime you lose a leader for the company, especially somebody that's been there so long, it's going to take a while to rebuild. So for me, if they get a new CEO, if the AI boom takes off, if they start, it's an uptick in selling their AI chips, I think Intel could be at close to $40 this year, right? I think it could be somewhat of a safe double this year, especially if the AI boom takes off. But yeah, those are the three stocks that I believe. Uh, Now I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. I was looking at Shopify as well, but I'm just trying to keep it to three. Shopify is at 138. Yeah, no, I don't think Shopify. I mean, it could potentially. The chart is looking good. But yes, so those are the three stocks and the three cryptos. Those are the assets that I believe can double in value this year because of the economic environment that we're in. Interest rates are decreasing. There's optimism when it comes to the new administration. Again, not political, not for either side, but I'm just looking at what the public is saying, what the public is feeling, what is the sentiment. They're optimistic about the markets, and there's also it's AI is booming, right? It's kind of like that booming sector. So, and people want to progress the space forward. They don't want to let China or Russia or any other country take over the AI space. So there's going to be a huge initiative to progress the space forward, which means there's going to be a lot more investments into the space, and in turn, that's going to make these prices go. And I think that's what's going to have the effect. Now, for me, between the crypto and the AI sector, I think, or the crypto in the stock sector, I think doubling your money in the crypto sector will be a lot easier because, again, we're in the most parabolic time for crypto the year after the halving. So if it was my choice, I would stick with the crypto selections that I selected. I think those have a lot better chance to double your money. Again, not financial advice, right? So yeah, so those are the three. It was Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche for crypto, and then it was Dell, Palantir, and Intel for stocks. I think this year is the easiest year to double your money. So make sure you do your own research and you take advantage. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.